Let me make sure. Yes, it is. Yo. We live. Welcome back to the Man to Man Pod. Monday, May 8th, 2023. Obviously, got a lot to talk about from this great sports weekend. I'm one half of the pod, Darius Butler. Got my co-host, Antoine Bethea, full government.
What it do?
What's good, man? I know you had an active weekend. Fun weekend, did something different, as did I. But how was the weekend?
Man, weekend was great, my guy. Like you said, man, went to my first Kentucky Derby, man. Had a great experience. The host, Bluegrass Motors, Mike Vine, was great. Set out the entire weekend for us, man. So I'm excited to get into that. You know, some things that I learned. It was had bumped my head on the wall, man. Missed my trifecta, man.
Oh man, I saw that.
But again, like I said, we had a great time. We definitely gonna jump into it, man.
Yep.
Great weekend, man. How was yours out there in my F1 weekend?
Hey man, I was like a kid in Disneyland this past weekend with F1 coming down. Obviously, we had some great NBA games that we're gonna talk about, some NBA action that we were able to watch. But, you know, being in that environment of a big sporting event like Formula One, Miami Grand Prix, you know, did some networking and stuff around the weekend. But just overall, it was a great weekend. Like you said, we definitely going to talk about it in the show. What else we got? What else we got on the docket today? Talk about F1, Derby.
Shout out Lamar Jackson, man. Baltimore Ravens, man, getting it done. No agent. They said he couldn't get it done. He got it done. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. Shout out to the Baltimore Ravens, man. Happy to see that highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, highest paid ever. Definitely going to talk a little bit about Lamar, the Ravens, their expectations. I know he set out a high goal coming into this season. We got some, talking about expectations.
Yeah.
The current women national champions reloaded, got some more firepower over the last couple of days. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Obviously, we're going to dive into the NBA playoffs. A little scrum on the sideline last night, too, between two-time NBA MVP Joker and the Suns' new owner. We'll talk about that, get some input on that. And as always, some input from our great listeners of the pod that's always tapped in the chat, man. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook, the sponsor of the Man to Man pod. And I guess we'll see you on the other side, man. So y'all drop some questions, comments, concerns. As always, Twitter, use that hashtag M2MLive or just jump in the comment box. Right here, we're going to try to get to them. Anything else before we get to this new fire intro?
Man, let me hear it, man.
Let's get it.
Yeah, we talking, man to man, they can't guard me, man to man, they don't wanna see us, man to man, they don't know how to beat us, man to man, 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 yeah, man, that's in me, that's why I want it so bad. Must be the hustler in me that keep my foot on the gas. When you got it from nothing and hard times ain't so bad. Just know I'm coming for everything that they said I couldn't have. I put my life inside it, yeah, I kept it solid. Yeah, I played the field, that's how I feel about it. We put numbers on the board, we always up the score. Yeah, we stuck to the plan and never ran. Now they can't see it, man. Yeah, we talking, man to man. They can't guard me, man to man. They don't wanna see us, man to man. They don't know how to beat us, man to man. Man to man, 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 man to man.
Any way we can get it, baby. Any way we can get it. Yeah.
Shout out my guy Yoko again, man, on the tunes, man.
Hey,
my guy.
I ain't over it yet, man. That shit's still fire.
Yeah.
Man. What you want to jump out with, though, man, on this beautiful Monday?
Man, hey, we talked about it, man. Lamar Jackson, man, signs this $260 million contract, the NFL's richest ever. We talked about it. We've been talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it. Could he get it done? Have we seen the last of Lamar Jackson in a Baltimore Ravens uniform? Hell no, we haven't. 5 more years, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know, a lot of people have been on him. Oh, he needs an agent. He can't get it done. If he would have had an agent, he would have been signed.
Yep.
But you know, Lamar, he stuck to his guns, man. And we talk about it all the time, man. He betted on himself, man. So excited to see them finally get it done, man. No trade clause. 72.5 million signing bonus. 185 million total guarantees, and he can get 52 M's per year. Bro.
Great 3-year cash flow. I saw I forgot who broke it. I think it was Andrew Brent who broke it down. I think he had one of the best 3-year cash flows amongst all the quarterbacks that got their deal done. So Lamar Jackson looking like the best agent in the game right now. Like you said, man, glad he got the deal done. He seems like that quarterback that should be in Baltimore, you know, for the entirety, at least, of his prime of his career. He made that Super Bowl promise on draft night, and now he gets, 5 more years at least to see it through. And I was one of those people who was saying, like, hey, man, he should get an agent. This is big business. It's quarterback business. You talking about, $250 million type deal. But he, like you said, bet on himself. And got it done, and now he will continue, I think, to thrive on that football field, especially based on what the Ravens organization has been doing to build around him. They moved on from Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, who has had a ton of success in the league and been a Super Bowl before as a coordinator, but moved on from him, went back to Todd Monken, who is known for taking more shots down the field. Odell Beckham is there, drafted Zay Flowers in the first round. Nelson Aguilar, I believe, is there. Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends. Isaiah Likely, hopefully a healthy running back committee behind him. So hopefully if A can stay healthy, man, they can do some special things this year. Is that your favorite? I know it's early right now, but we had the draft. We've had free agency. Yeah. Is that your favorite? The Ravens right now, that AFC North, but obviously the Browns, Bengals, and the Steelers in that division as well.
Nah, they're not. They're my second. I'm still rocking with Joe Burrow and the Bengals,
okay.
Man. I'm still rocking with them. They have that continuity, man. They have that. They gel well together. I think they just got to get over that hump. They've built a great nucleus over there in Cincinnati. But to your point, the names that you just ran off, the Baltimore Ravens, they have it on paper on that offensive side, and even on the defensive side. They're known since Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. In those days, they're known to have a strong defense. So if they can bring it together, man, I think it's going to be one of those heavyweight fights when it comes down to the end of the season between them two.
Who did the Bengals lose? I know they lost.
They lost their safeties. They lost both of their safeties.
Lost Von Bell. Kept the receivers.
Tight end wise,
they got another tackle too, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So it should still be okay.
Still be good. But again,
down year for the Ravens last year, and they still, had a lot of wins, before Lamar was out of there. But that's going to be an interesting division. And then, Kenny Pickett, the Steelers, what will Mike Tomlin and that crew do? You can never really count them out. And then the Browns, how will Deshaun Watson look now with a full, off season and preseason and all those things? And they got some weapons there.
He will look a lot better than what he did last year.
I think so too. He has to almost based on what we saw last year. But be excited. A bit excited. One of the exciting divisions to watch in football, and obviously we'll have plenty of time to get to a ton of football on this pod. But
and
what you want to jump to now?
Before we move on, though, Lamar, when he had his press conference, and I'm pretty sure I know. You can attest to this as well. And I can, he shouted out his mom, being, like Superwoman, where he's the oldest, I think, of 4 or 5. Don't get me wrong. He's the oldest sibling. He has some other siblings. And he just talked about how, you know, he's seen his mom go to work late nights, early mornings, never complain, just put her head down, just go to work. Even talked about, you know, times when he had to drop his mom off at work and things of that nature. So again, man, it's just a beautiful moment. You know, shout out to all the mothers out there. You know, obviously Mother's Day coming up this weekend, but shout out to all the mothers. The things that y'all do behind closed doors, when things are going well, when things aren't going well. The good mothers out there, we can always count on you to be supportive, to always have our back. So again, shout out to Lamar Jackson's mom, to all the moms out there. You know, gotta shout the moms out.
Got to. And like you said, this upcoming Sunday will be their day, you know, Mother's Day, but they should always be celebrated. And everybody remembers, you know, we had Will Levis in the green room this year. I think Geno Smith, you know, Aaron Rodgers. Everybody remembers Lamar Jackson, 2018, I believe, waiting around, you know, in that green room with his mom, you know, head on the shoulder. And they've been rocking, you know, obviously well before that and then ever since. And trusting her and him and her, you know, leaning on him as well throughout this tumultuous time, trying to figure out this generational wealth, man. But they earned it. Yeah. Obviously stayed solid business and personal end. So man, I love to see that. I missed the press conference. I just saw some little clips and some pictures from it, but love to see it, man. Yeah. Absolutely love to see it. Getting it done, Superwoman.
Got to. Man. That's gonna be rocking. That's gonna be rocking. Hey, let's get to this. Let's get to this NBA, man. Coming off last night's game, man. You had the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns. Right now, they tied 2-2.
Stats up.
Yeah, it was looking ugly there for a minute for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Paul getting hurt. He's still on the sideline. The Suns they win a big game 4 despite a monster game by Joker. 53 points, making it look easy, man. In the paint, out there, behind the arc, dishing the ball, assist, and again, the series tied 2-2. I had Phoenix Suns winning this series.
Yep.
I think you had the Denver Nuggets winning this series.
Yep.
You just thought the Phoenix Suns was frauds, just being that, you know, KD's never been that for real bus driver. Devin Booker, you say, you know, he fades away in the playoff. Chris Paul.
The playoffs, the big, you know.
The big games, big games. Chris Paul, you was right on Chris Paul. He's on the sideline right now.
Didn't want to be. Did not want to be right. Never want to see somebody get hurt, but, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, shout out to Cameron and Mason doing what they do. They might have watched a couple of my episodes. You know, it is what it is. Monday. That's another story. But it is what it is. Right now, man, who you got finishing this series off, man?
Man, I ain't gonna apologize yet for the deep book. Maybe some people call it slander, but man, this series so far, dude showed up every night. Each playing more than 40 minutes. First game, obviously, he lost the first 2 games, but 27 and 35 in the first 2, and then these last 2 games. 47 and 36 points respectively. But not only that, what's most impressive from his performance is the efficiency that he's been able to do it. Game 3, he was 20 for 25 from the field, dropped 47, and only had 2 free throws, went 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Then his last game, game 4, 14 for 18. So that's 80% and 77.8%. From the field. Like, that's crazy efficiency. Obviously, there's a high leverage games they needed to have after going down 0-2 to the 1 seed Denver Nuggets. So obviously a talented team. But Book been putting it on his back, and obviously Kevin Durant has been playing great as well, putting up numbers. Also, obviously they're missing CP3. Ayton has kind of been, you know, up and down. Shamet had a big game last night. You know, it's gonna be those others, you know, as Shaq called them, that's gonna have to step in on both teams, and that's gonna be the difference really in this series. Can Michael Porter Jr. show up and actually put some numbers out there? Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and Joker, they got to be who they are every night. Same with KD and Book. But hopefully we get. It looked like we can potentially get a bunch of 7-game series With
Man,
this
forget
run.
all of that, man. The stats and numbers sound good, man. Who you got coming? Who you got in the series? Who you got? Game 7. Okay, we might go to Game 7, but who do you have? Who
I'm
does
sticking with the
D-Buck
Nuggets. I got to stick with my pick.
with the Nuggets?
I got to stick with the Joker.
You
Two-time
don't have to.
MVP.
You don't have to, D-Buck.
Hey, that's what I started out with. Man, hey, after cussing out his teammates last night, hey, it's only 2 of them. It's only 2 of them. After cussing out his teammates, Bo and the owner, which we're going to get to at some point, I'm going to stick with the 2-time MVP Joker and his squad to at least advance beyond the Suns. But once again, hopefully we get a 7-game series. I'm not too invested in this series on who wins it, but I'm gonna stick with my Nuggets. I'm assuming you sticking with your Suns.
Yeah, it's only right. It's only right. I'm gonna stick with the Suns, man. D-Book, KD. I'm sticking with the Suns, man. Great series up to this point, though. Great series.
You going 7?
Yeah, I got to go on 7.
Okay,
I got to go on 7. I'm right there with you. You talked about Joker, man. You talked about Joker, and then it's a debate going on this morning. Was he right? Was he wrong? He gets in the altercation with the Suns owner. What's his name?
now you got this.
He gets in the altercation with the Suns owner. We're gonna leave it at that, right?
Ishbia. I'm gonna go with Ishbia. I feel
Ishbia,
comfortable.
all right. And Joker, he gets a technical foul for the events that transpired, right? So for those that did not see the game, the ball goes out of the ball goes out of bounds. It's Denver Nuggets ball.
Uh-huh.
Phoenix Suns owner grabs the ball. So obviously, like every other player, Joker, he's trying to get the ball so they can continue play, so they can get down the court, so they continue play. The owner, meanwhile, he's holding on to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding on to the ball. So, Joker trying to, get the ball from him. The ball goes up. And then, I think at that time, I don't know if Joker knew who the owner was. I know I wouldn't have. I ain't know who the hell he was.
Yeah, new owner, mind you, brand. For the people that don't know, brand new owner of the Phoenix Suns.
Yep. So Joker, he gave him a little flipper. Boom, sat his ass down. Gave him a little flipper, sat his ass down. He got a tee. I don't think Joker was wrong, man. Give me stay out of the game. Stay out of the game, man. You got your front row seat. You the owner. Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
But don't slow the game up.
Yeah, and now there was some gamesmanship going on here because and the owner he was a walk-on point guard at Michigan State, so obviously understands the game, great businessman, but walk-on, so he knows the game. And like you said, what Joker was trying to do is hurry up, grab that ball. The Suns player was on the ground, grab the ball, hurry up and inbound it. And what Ishbia, I believe his name is, he's holding the ball, trying to help the Suns player up to give him time to get back on the court before Joker gets the ball in his hands. We got a quick little video right here of the get your ass out the way.
Give him the little flipper, little man.
And that's after. So Joker goes to grab the ball from him, and Ishbia smacks the ball out of his hands. So that's when Joker gave him a little flipper. Now, we're not gonna act like we obviously know this is not just the coach after the game. The Nuggets coach was like, when they told him who it was, he was like, "Shit, I don't give a shit. Like,
right,
you stay out of the game, stay out of the mix." But I'm gonna be interested to see. They said if a suspension happens with Joker, which I don't think it should.
No, it shouldn't.
I think he deserved it, honestly. But if it does happen, they said it will come down today, according to Brian Windhorst of ESPN. But Adam Silver, I'm gonna be interested to see how he reviews this. If it was a normal fan, I think one of the fans actually got kicked out. The guy that was next to the owner, so it'll be interesting to see how they rule on this. But if you had to make that decision right now, would Joker miss? And not saying that, I'm saying if you had to bet on what actually happens, will Joker miss this next game or no, due to a suspension from Adam Silver in the NBA?
Nah, he would not miss the next game.
All right. I think if it was the NFL, one of the NFL on it for sure, whoever it was, unless it's Mahomes, they out of there for a couple. But all right. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I have to switch my pick if they do. But yeah, man, a little extra squabble on the sidelines. That was fun.
It's good for viewership.
Yeah, good flop too by the owner. But hopefully, even if you're the owner, I would make that call. I was tripping.
I was tripping.
Yeah. That's the two-time MVP. Like we need ratings. We need him out there.
We need that.
They want to win that series, but that's one of the stars in the league. Stay
I don't know D-Buck. I don't know. That's the competitor in you, right? Like, we want to see some good basketball shit. If I'm the owner, Adam said, man, sit his ass down.
My back.
Sit his ass down. Sure.
At least
53.
Hit him like he did Morris from the Heat.
Oh yeah. More. He's still probably back hurt.
That dog ain't been right since. But this was Joker's quote after the game. Quote, the fan put a hand on me first. I thought the league was supposed to protect us. Maybe I'm wrong. So once again, it will be an interesting fallout from that. But not to take away anything from that series. It's been some great basketball being played by some of the best stars of the game. And that's what we love to see. Obviously injuries are always a part of it. But in that series, Chris Paul is out. That's one of the best, obviously, point guards ever to play. But, four of the best players in the league are going at it night in, night out. So we love to continue to see that. Same thing tonight. Lakers up right now, 2-1. Your Los Angeles Lakers are up.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
My Golden State Warriors 2-1. Game 4 in LA tonight. Obviously a battle between two of my Mount Rushmore guys. Which way you see this one going tonight, man? It's been an up and down series. I think back-to-back blowouts.
Lakers.
Warriors giving the first one in game 2, and then the Lakers. Where you see this series going tonight?
Lakers +10.
Wait, what?
They're going to win +10.
They're going to win by at least 10.
Yes, sir.
So back-to-back, I mean, that's a blowout in the playoffs. So back-to-back blowout.
You heard what I said? Lakers +10.
You said that confident, too.
Yes,
no hesitation.
And I'm upset about game 2. Like, they got their ass whooped game 2, but I feel like they winning that. I really think they winning their game 2. Like, okay, we got game 1. You know what I mean? We going back home, 1-1.
We got the split.
Like, I didn't like that attitude. I felt like game 2 go through AD because they can't do anything with AD in this series.
But AD looked like he could do something with AD. There has been
my point. You know what I'm saying? So I felt as though if I'm LeBron, if I'm coach, I'm like, look, we going through you this series, AD. Like, we need you to be that man each and every game. You understand what I'm saying? I just feel like game 2, and not to take anything away from Steph and them because they're a great team, but I felt like they gave that game 2 away. And then you go back home game 3 and you blow them out by 27. Like, yo, like, let's keep this. Like, let's keep this same momentum going into game 4. I honestly feel like the Lakers could have swept these boys.
Well, hell no.
Man, I honestly could. Obviously, you know what I mean? If it was the 5th, we all be drunk. It's 2-1 right now. But I got the Lakers going up 3-1 tonight.
Yeah, if they go up 3-1, I think it's over. And I think it's over 90% chance you win the series if you win 2 games in a row. Heard some shit like that last night, I believe. So if they do go back-to-back at home after splitting in Golden State, obviously, I think that's an easy pick to go with the Lakers. I don't see Bron losing the 3-1 lead. But like you said, it's an AD series, and they got to go as AD goes, kind of similar to that Sixers series, which we'll get to. But only thing that I don't think they would have swept them or beat them in 5 or anything like that because LeBron hasn't put that offensive onslaught together. Yeah, I feel like it's been a team effort night in, night out. But the Warriors, I think they're going to find their water again. They're going to start hitting again. Clay got to have a big game. Steph got to have a big game. He's been on the ball a lot more, bring the ball up, doing the pick and roll shit. They got to get him going. Clay got to get going. And obviously the others, per usual.
Damn, D-Buck, that's a whole, like, Clay, Steph, the others got to get going.
Nah, Clay been.
Steve Kerr got to come back and play like he was playing with Chicago Bulls.
Clay been real inconsistent. He had that, what was that, game 2 when he went off? You saw him kind of catch fire early.
Yeah.
But coming into this series, that Sacramento, that was tough 7-game series. Steph dropping that 50 ball in Game 7. I thought he would ride some of that momentum. But I think we're going to get that big game from 30 probably tonight because we need it. It's a must win. We got to figure out AD. Is he going to stop himself tonight? Looney, can he play? Jermichael Green, Draymond, AD kind of figure him out a little bit. But it's going to be interesting. I think this will still go 7. And once again, I'm sticking with my original pick here with the Golden State Warriors. Them LA teams, though, Reeves look much more. Them bench players look way more comfortable at home. That shit is crazy to me in basketball. How different them role players are at home compared to the road. When you play, where did you like playing more? Did you like that home field advantage, or did you like stepping in the hostile environment?
Yeah, it was for me. I mean, it was like, not the sound, but like for me, it really didn't matter. Like. But I felt like you gotta extra edge with your fans, cheering for you. It's loud, knowing on the defensive side, they making it tougher for the opposing offense. But then, when you travel somewhere and you got the fans behind you talking shit, like that gives you a little bit more motivation. You know what I'm saying? You put back on the sideline, putting your helmet down on the bench, and you giving the fans this, that, and the third. So like that gives you a little bit more I guess energy or whatever the case may be. So to your point, I don't get, you already know what you getting when you go into these other arenas. So I guess it's different. I don't know mindset wise or whatever, but man, shit. Either way, man, home or away, 4-1's gonna get it.
Yeah, you gotta show up regardless. I enjoy going into a nice hostile environment or just another stadium with a great fan base. And they get going early or something, and then as a defense, you got that motherfucker dead silent. Like that was it wasn't nothing like that as a defender. But we shall see, man. We shall see in this series. Battle of the greats right there. This series right here. Tied 2-2.
You got some good series, bro.
Huh?
We got some good basketball going on right now.
we got some good basketball going on right now. Tatum let me down on this one. I actually had a same game parlay, not a same game parlay, a Super Boost, F1 NBA Super Boost, where had Tatum scoring 25, Embiid scoring 25, and then Max Verstappen getting on the podium. Everything happened. Embiid got his 25. Verstappen won the race, so obviously got on the podium. Jason Tatum, man, had a 2-point, I believe, first half, came alive in the third and fourth, but ended up coming up 1 point short, even with the overtime. I thought overtime was going to save me, so that hurt me. I don't have a graphic up here, but like you said, good series right now. Tied up 2-2. James Harden, once again, 40-point game. This game won in Game 4, much like AD, kind of up and down with him. Who you think pulls this series out? How long does it go? Pause.
I'm saying Game 7, man. I'm saying Game 7 in this one, and then This is tough. I'm gonna go Philly in this one. I'm gonna go 76ers.
You going Philly? I stay opposite you. I go Boston. I don't like picking Boston teams, but I'm gonna go Boston. Kind of had some bonehead shit last game with the clock, swinging that out to Smart with the clock basically done, got the ball, got into the action too late. Even leaving Harden in the corner to hit that three beforehand. But I'm going to go with Boston on this one. I think they figured out. Tatum, I don't know what it is, man. Tatum, even Jaylen Brown started off hot, and he cooled down in the second half. You got to keep both of those guys going, and then they got a great supporting cast, I believe. You got Joe Mazzulla, rookie head coach over there as well. But I'm going with the Celtics in this one, man. I think they pull this one out in 6 or 7. Because once again, I just can't trust James Harden. And B, back from the injury, playing well, obviously putting up points, but he looked like he kind of wears down towards that end of the game. But yeah, give me the Celtics, right? Give me the C's. Give me the C's to stay alive in this one. Oh,
there you go,
man. This one hurt, AB. I ain't gonna lie. Got it boosted from plus. I think it was 180. I don't even think it was plus 100, but plus 180 when I originally saw it. FanDuel Sportsbook, shout out. They gave me a nice boost up to plus 260. So you bet $100 here, you would have won 260. 25 from Tatum, which I thought he was due for. Embiid, he going to give you 25 every time he's out there healthy. And then Max Verstappen, even though he started in 9th, it's always a great bet, as you know, for him to not only get on the podium, but to win the whole damn thing. As soon as he won it, I'm like, I know as soon as I bring up F1 on Monday, AB, who won?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy you say that because I was going to tweet you, but I'm like, you know what, I'm going to save it for the show. Like, who won? Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, man. We might as well jump into that before we go and finish these last. Actually, we'll just finish up the NBA talk with my Heat, my Miami Heat. Hemi Butler back in the building. I actually tried some of his big face coffee.
How was it?
It was solid. It was solid.
I
had what did I get? A vanilla latte, oat milk, I believe. But solid big face coffee. They had his truck down there at the F1 event, which I thought was dope. I don't know who got that set up, but shout out to Big Face Coffee. My fake cousin Hemi Butler doing his thing. He up 2-1 right now. Knicks healthy. Play again tonight, game 4. Which way you going in this? You know where I'm going in this.
Yeah.
So where you at?
What they playing at?
Game 4 will be in Miami.
Miami? Yeah. I'm gonna go Miami here. I don't think we talk enough about Jimmy Butler, man. He just has that. He has that dog in him, man. And when it's time to, and each and every year though, like when it's around this time, he's in the playoffs, man. He comes up big, and I don't think we talk enough about him being one of those top guys in the league, or I don't hear it. And maybe he is getting talked about, but I don't hear it. But I'm gonna go with the Heat tonight. I'm gonna go with your mob, one of your mobs tonight.
It might be Heat and 5. I see grads who just said Heat 5. It might be Heat 5, Heat 6. Another guy who doesn't get talked about enough, obviously Jimmy Butler, especially when the playoff comes, he just turns that knob. We were missing Tyler Hero, but Coach Spo, man, and I talked about him I think a little bit on this show, but top 5 in playoff wins all time. Obviously, he kind of came onto the scene when we had the Heatles era with D Wade, Bosh, and Bron. But he's carried that. Usually, when Bron leaves the team, shit just falls apart. And that Heat culture, I feel like, is a real thing. Even keeping a guy like UD, Udonis Haslem, in the building for as long as he had, even though he wasn't really contributing on the court. It's a reason. I know you remember kind of that spat on the sideline with Spo and Jimmy Butler, and we done seen that shit. That shit happened in Atlanta with the Hawks, Trae Young and his coach out of there. Like something got to happen.
Yeah.
And obviously they kept it together down there in the Yayo. So Jimmy Butler, if they make another run, he's already had some incredible playoff performances, but my Heat can make another run for another chip, man. That'd be very, very special. I think the East is kind of wide open. We already knocked off the 1 seed. So Sixers don't look like a juggernaut. Celtics, ain't scared of them. And damn sure ain't scared of the Knicks. So I really love my chances for my Heat, man. With Hemi Butler at the helm, I'm going in that one. So Heat.
Yeah, I got Heat tonight in game 4.
Right. Huh?
I got the Heat tonight in game 4.
Me and you both. Speaking of my South Florida sports, Florida Panthers, after upsetting the President Cup winners, Boston Bruins, best regular season in NHL history, got knocked off by my Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers go up 3-0 against Toronto Maple Leafs, on the verge of winning another series in the NHL playoffs, which I've been catching some glimpses of, going to TNT, honestly trying to catch a basketball game sometime. Some hockey's on. I watch a little bit of it, but been tapped into my Florida Panthers. The Panthers got the city buzzing down here, man. So shout out to them after another overtime win. Forget who scored. Number 13, I believe, scored this game winner right here. But shout out to my Panthers, man. Big, I'm a big hockey guy.
Big hockey guy. Huge hockey guy. So huge hockey podcast right here.
Shout out, man. But tell us about your weekend, man, out there in Kentucky.
Man, hell of a weekend, man. I had to put that shit on. We talked about it, put that shit on. Shout out to the other AB. But had a great weekend, man. Again, shout out to Bluegrass Motors, Mike Vine. He set it out for the guys, man. Shoot, police escort, great tickets, parties, dinners, brunches, all the good stuff, man. I learned a lot. It was my first time. Atmosphere was was good. Good cigars, good drinks, good food, man. But the energy was amazing.
Yeah.
Was out there learning how to bet on horses. I really didn't know what the hell I was doing when I first walked in there, but I walked out of there pretty confident that when I go back next year, I definitely know what I'll be doing.
Okay. Which horse did you bet on in the
So right here, man, we trifecta. All right, so I'm like, shit, I might as well put a trifecta together. I put $20 on, and I put $20 on 14, 8, and 3. The number 14 horse was Angel of Empire, who was the favorite. The number 8 horse, I believe, was Mage.
That's a warning, right?
No. The number 8 horse was Two Fields.
Okay.
My fault. And then the number 3 horse was Mage who won it, was the 15-1 odds on that one. So, but as you can see here, man, 14, I picked 14, 8, and 3. It finished off 3, 14, and 8. I was sick with that one, but then
what were like the odds on that? I saw it said $20, but what?
So $20 would have won like 19. So learning for next time. There was like, yo, Twan, you gotta box it. So when you box it, regardless of the order that the horses come in, you win. You know what I mean? So
as long as you pick those 3.
Yeah. So okay. I know that for next year. So it was a lot of things that I learned. But again, man, at the end of the day, it was a great experience, man. And I would advise folks to go, and experience it at least one time.
Yeah, it looked dope, man. And for those of you who don't know, FanDuel Sportsbook is the only sportsbook that you can bet on the Derby. Obviously, when you're there in person, you can do whatever, but only sportsbook you can bet on the Derby. I would have went there if we didn't have what we had going on. But let me see. We got some videos in here. You the Derby.
Yeah, man, it was thick out there. It was thick, The ladies had their fits. The gents had their fits on as well.
Everybody dressed to the nines. I saw the suit. You had the suit was clean. You ain't get no picture of the suit.
Man, I ain't sent on a picture of the suit, but like I said, it had some really good seats, man.
I was about to say it's great seats.
Really good seats. Next year is the 150th Derby, so they out and show up next year. I know.
Okay, so when I record the cars at the F1 shit, like it can't even come close to doing the speed justice. How fast were these horses moving?
Oh man, they flew by. So you got to think this probably was like my 30th take when I'm trying to get the horses, because I was trying to record, and by the time I was filming, they was flying by. So as you know, man, they were flying by. And then just sitting around, a lot of people like, damn, like my horse that I betted on scratch. So I'm like, shit, like how do I
saw that? Yeah, I saw a couple
like five horses scratch. So then I'm on my phone like why does a horse scratch or whatever? So again, it's learning different things where it could be track conditions, injuries. They call it like being lame. Like if the horse is lame, scratch, and that lame could be unsound condition, injury, sickness, changing the track condition. So I'm like, well, damn, like just imagine like you go into a race, oh, this is the horse, and then 10, 20 minutes before the race,
or if you're part of the people that actually, put all that money into, getting that horse out there ready for the race and the win. And that's the one thing that I see as a spectator from TV, like when they go to, the shot of the family or the ownership group or whoever owns that horse, like that jubilation and celebration when they actually win one of these big races is crazy. You can just look at it and see the. after 4. You got to unmute yourself.
Nah, this is before. So they're walking.
Before.
They're walking to the start, to the gates. So man, it was a really good time, man. Really good time.
Yeah, man, it was a great time. It looked like saw a lot of people obviously posting from out there. You were out there, obviously. AJ Hawk was out there. One of my guys I went to college with, he was actually sitting next to AJ and was talking to him. Like one of those events I definitely got to get to at least once.
At least once, for sure.
Put that shit on, like you said, man. But this weekend I got a chance to get back out there with Formula One, F1. This is my third race now. Went to 2 Miami races and the Austin race. The F1 weekend, the race was what I expected. The 2 Red Bulls is going to be a battle between both of them all year long. Sergio Perez, he started out the race at the number 1 spot. Max started at 9. And based on strategy and how the race went, I mean, Max, I think by lap 15, he might have been in P2 already.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, it was crazy. Mercedes came in P4, P6. Fernando Alonso now, every race this season, he's been at least P4, P3, all but 1. So the Aston Martin definitely made some gains. But it was a dope race, dope environment. A lot of people there. It was hot, but it was still a lot of people showed up. Second race running now. They did a 10-year deal with Miami. So I expect the event to continue to get bigger. Shout out to Alfa Romeo. They showed love, pretty much hosted me for the weekend. I had some great seats as well up in the paddock. Gamebridge, that was a connection I made with some networking. Met the Gamebridge group, who are, I believe, based in Indy. Met the Andretti Sports Group, who I'm going to be visiting their shop out in Indy. So expect to see me on some more motorsports coverage and events.
That's good stuff.
I got some dope videos. This is before the race, doing like the pit lane walk where they're kind of practicing and doing some of these. Tom Cruise was actually involved in one of these, but doing their practices, so just practicing their pit stops. I actually, matter of fact, during the race, I think I caught a few pit stops. During the race, right there. These pit stops 23 seconds. That's about 45 out they come in. Like one more up front. Obviously, these pit stops get in, get out. A lot of strategy involved. Got a little tour of the Alfa Romeo garage, got to see all, the different engines and the gearbox and how they build all this shit. Man, there's so much that goes into it. So many people involved. You see them. It's so funny because you're going around the garage and stuff and you're seeing all the people involved in the race, drivers included. But it's similar to like a locker room pregame. It's like some guys, they vibing in their corner, the music corner, they walking around, kicking. Some guys just, you could see they look like they about to go do brain surgery. It's just different vibes. And then as it gets closer to game time, you just send everybody lock in. I got one more video here. This is after the formation lap. Formation lap, kind of warming the tires and everybody gets in position. Start of the race. About to put stuff up in the paddock. Everybody right here. Check over the red. Who's the fan favorite? Actually, LL Cool J introduced all the drivers. Echo by far got the biggest ovation. That lights go on, lights go out. Once again, does it 0 That's the first turn. Zero justice. Recording this shit in the actual speed when it's out there, man. Once again, dope event. Shout out to everyone that showed up, and definitely the people that showed love out there as well, man.
I'm gonna catch me at F1, man.
We gotta go to one. Vegas.
I'm pretty sure I'll probably watch, when they take off, and then at the end, I'm gonna see my same three guys on the podium. You know what I'm saying? But the atmosphere, I know it was a lot of people just excited to get out there. Those pit stops, man, like they very, very efficient. On the pit stops, man. But love to see when it's like a team atmosphere and everybody got to do their job. You know what I mean? So that's dope.
It was awesome to see up close and personal, man. Before we get to the LSU women, these are the current odds right now to win it all with the 8 teams we got left. Right now, who has the? Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the series. These are the series. So Celtics right now they're minus 310 to win their series, even though it's tied 2-2. Heat minus 240 over there in the East. You got the West. And then the Suns are actually underdogs right now, even though it's 2-2 at plus 136 to win that series. And the Lakers are favorites at minus 198. Over in the NBA, and these are the odds right now to win it all. Florida Panthers, second favorites. Oilers right now plus 330 to win it all. Take that, man. I'll take those odds.
There you go. But man, this is what I want to talk about.
They cheating, man. They cheating.
These LSU women, right? Coming off the natty. They went and got 2 killers this offseason.
Yeah.
2 killers. Morrow from DePaul is a walking double-double.
What's she average last year?
Man, 25 and 11. 8 offensive rebounds. She averaged 8 offensive rebounds a game.
Like another Angel Reese.
Man, I had to go look her up. It was like 25-11, like that's like clockwork. Like come out, like getting out of her bed. And then obviously Van Leaf, she was the first to transfer over to LSU, man. So my question is, why do we even play next year?
Hey man, we've seen super teams look great on paper. Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia Eagles, you remember that super team, and then not quite work out. Now, do I think that'll happen with LSU? Absolutely not. You still got Angel Reese, you got Flaugier, you bring Van Lith and Morrow. You got a great coach. So I mean, it all looks like they're gonna run this thing back. But you still got Don Staley out there in South Carolina. You got Gino and Paige Buckets coming back. You got Caitlin Clark. Now, hopefully, Caitlin Clark can just come up to Storrs, Connecticut, and join Gino. And I think we can handle this LSU squad. But right now, they probably might be the minus 2,000 favorites to run it back on FanDuel Sportsbook with how they looking right now. Sheesh.
It's crazy. And then I even like just the NIL though. Like you see Angel Reese, man, she getting a ton of bread off the court. I know Van Leaf, I know she gonna make bank, man. So
yeah,
it's good to see, man. It's good to see. Obviously, it's still some things that we gotta get together as far as the NIL space.
For sure.
It's still a little bit of the wild, wild west, but to be able to see these young men and young women to go out here and get this money that they deserve, being that they play on a high level, they bring in so much money for these institutions, man. I like to see it. And speaking of, I don't think we got a brand for it, but Bronny deciding when he can go play ball.
Dope.
Yes, staying in Southern California, going to USC. Bron talked about, he's the first person in my family to go to college.
Huge.
And I've seen a lot of hate just as far as he's just going there because of his name. I'm like, shit. Even if that was the case, as parents, isn't that what we're supposed to do?
We've seen parents do we've seen parents pay off all type of shit to get their kids into school. Ronnie, we seen him play. I saw him play a little bit in the McDonald's All-American. He looked like he belonged. And as many years I've been watching that game, a lot of those guys going to be stars in the NBA. And with his pedigree, obviously his genetics coming from one of the GOATs, his the way he plays the game from a between the ears standpoint, you only expect him to get better. So I'm excited to see him, and that's huge. Going to being the first to go to college. Now, most of us expect him to go there and probably leave early into the draft, but maybe he goes back and finishes. Speaking of, shout out to Ray Allen, UConn great. I don't know how many years later, but he went back and got his degree this past weekend from the University of Connecticut. So shout out to Ray, aka Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Shuttlesworth.
I know his obviously first and foremost, he's excited about finishing that chapter. And I'm sure his family, his loved ones are as well. So shout out to Bronny, man. That's big, man. Shout out to LeBron. Obviously been a great role model on and off the court. And to see how excited he was about it as well. He was like, hey, look, I couldn't lose tonight with that. Regardless of what happened with this game, I couldn't lose with him, making that decision on his college. And obviously staying close to home. So hopefully we'll see Bron courtside of a few of those games, Bron and Savannah and the family.
And then just imagine though, think about when Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and them boys had USC rolling out there on the football field. Just imagine what Bron could do on the hardwood. I think they already saying he bring it in, like, I'm not saying bring it in, but set up to like five in NIL money. So just imagine he going there and taking far to the promised land.
Yeah, him and Isaiah Collier. Now don't get me up here in line to talking like I know high school basketball like that, but I know that's a big time recruit who also signed with Bronny to go to USC. And the football team, they got people were comparing, to Patrick Mahomes and Caleb Williams out there with that football team at the quarterback position. Obviously lost Jordan Addison in the draft this year, but I assume they reloaded with Lincoln Riley. So maybe USC being in that region where they at, it's good to be good out there. So I'm excited for those young kids, man, living their dreams.
Yes, sir. Before we get out of here, too, man, I want to give a big shout out to G.I. Joe 317. He's been a day oneer. Sent us this beautiful indie hat, and D-Butt, I got yours right here.
Well, that's hard. That's a white one. Oh yeah, that's hard.
I'm gonna send yours in the mail today, D-Butt.
Shout out. Appreciate you, G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, man. Get me.
Shout out to Kenny Moe too. Man alum. He graduated this past weekend. I actually shot him a text because I posted a picture with Will Buxton, who's one of the biggest commentators in Formula One. He commented. I hit him, hey, because last year Kenny came down. We were at F1 together, and but he was like, nah, I can't make him graduate. So that's huge, man. Going back, getting that degree. I was fortunate enough that I was able to. So I redshirted my freshman year, so I was able to graduate before going to the league. But that was very important to me, very important to my parents. That I got that paper and got that sociology degree. And people have different opinions on college. I definitely don't think it's for everyone. Trades are important. There's a lot of things that are important for people to do and be good at, and can create a great living as well. But college for me was a great experience. Just opening, my eyes to a different world, different people, and then getting that sociology degree, actually studying people and how they interact in society. And obviously, especially these last 3 years, you've seen a lot, with the pandemic and everything that we've dealt with. But yeah, shout out to these guys getting them degrees, man. That's important. That's hard to do going back. That's hard. It's hard to do, especially when you're living good.
Man, I went back. Sure, I went back 2010.
Okay.
And finished up mine. Had to do my last semester on campus. Luckily.
So you had one semester?
I had one semester left. I could have finished, but when I went to train and came back on campus, I was not focused on going to class. So it worked it out with me. But 2010, we had the lockout year. We had no OTAs, no nothing. during that spring, so it worked out perfectly for me.
Yeah.
I was able to go back on campus, the good old Howard University, the Mecca. So again, for you, like you said, D, but those 4 years were probably like some of the best years I ever lived. You know what I mean? Meet some lifelong friends. Learning a lot about myself, being away from home. Also, I majored in criminal justice, but I minored in sociology as well.
Okay.
So taking those classes. So I agree with you 1,000%. Where college isn't for everybody, but for those that go, take full advantage of it. Networking. You don't know where your classmates may be 5-10 years down the line. But again, man, it was college was a beautiful, beautiful thing for me.
Yeah, and not even just your classmates. You go anywhere. Like I golf a lot now, and I got UConn thing in my bag. So
some of your golfing footage.
Hey, it's a humbling game, man. It's a humbling sport. I'm glad you posted that video because good 9 months, a year from now, I'm gonna run that same
video back.
That same forward, and I'm gonna be able to hit it. I got some major trust issues right now with my hybrids, but it's a tough game, but it's a great game. Once again, networking, meet people, but having that UConn, I'm sure Howard, that ecosystem of alumni is huge, and the first lady, I'm not the first lady, but the vice president is a freaking Howard alum. So that's always great to have forever. Forever. You're gonna be a UConn Husky or a Howard Bison. So shout out, man. If you're thinking about going back and finishing, if you started, I think it's worth it. Once again, it ain't for everybody, but if you went and did 3.5, or you got 20 credits, you got 10, go ahead and get it done. Even if you got to go online and get it done, go ahead and finish that shit. Who's it? Axel. Yeah, Axel. Go ahead and finish that.
Go ahead and get it, knock it out, man. And to anybody listening right now to this pod, I am based in, Charlotte, North Carolina. If you know anybody that's a great teacher on the greens, send them my way.
I got some beautiful courses out there too.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna go out there and stink it up. So, hey, if anybody knows a trainer that would love to spend some time with AB to get me right on the clubs, please send them my way.
It's smart, man. It's smart to start off with lessons. I'll tell you that because I golf with a lot of people. I was just golfing with this 73-year-old dude the other day. He been playing his whole life, no lessons though. I mean, he's a good player. If you go out there and do anything, get them reps, you're gonna be good. But for an athlete like yourself, if you start and don't have, don't create bad habits, you get the fundamentals early, I think it'll be good for you. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm gonna be nice. You live in Charlotte, so you got nice weather most of the year.
Yeah,
you got some nice courses out there. Go ahead and one of them public courses, or get in the club. I know you got that big bread. Get in the club and get you a trainer, man. Go out there at least once, twice a week.
We gonna figure it out because at some point we gonna meet up somewhere.
Hey, take your kids too,
huh?
Take your kids too, because
Lil Man already took classes, so we was already he was already been taking class. So that's what really got me into it. Like, I think that would be something dope with me and Lil Man. Have our bond out there on the course, but I need to get baby girl in there as well.
Yeah, so I was speaking of I forget when this was, a few days ago. I had my daughter out there, and she's 11, and she's out there swinging, hitting the driver. Dude pulled her, hey man, that's the age you get them started. That's the right age. Then he kind of circled back. It was like, I don't know if you noticed, but last year was 600 unused golf scholarships for women. It's one of the most unused golf scholarships. I put it on my Twitter. A lot of people saying it's true. Some people saying it's not. Some people saying maybe for the smaller divisions, competitive internationally, so a lot of people come over. But regardless, I think it's something, once again, like you said, that's something we can play with our kids for another 40 years.
Yeah.
And, you meet great people out there, once again, networking. And it's a great game. You get out in nature, you're out there, in the sun, birds chirping. You got to deal with different things, man. It's a dope game. I've been enjoying it. It's hard as hell too. So
yeah,
keep that competitive going, man. But
yeah, if you're listening, man, get a Bethea's a shout. We
Charlotte area,
man. We out there. Me, a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Keep that left arm straight.
Man.
Shout out Eastside Golf too.
Eastside Golf.
What else we got? That's it.
Swag in the golf.
Finals odds. Celtics still the betting favorites right now at plus 165. Nuggets second. Lakers third. Suns fourth. Sixers and the Warriors. The disrespect. Still at plus 850. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it be like that sometime, man. Hey, look at this. We can go back to LSU shit. This shit is crazy. Angel Reese, she averaged 23 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Johnson, 11 points, 6 rebounds, say 2 assists. Morrow last year, we rounded up 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 steals. Van Leaf, 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. We gonna see though. Like you said, you got to put it together.
You got to put it together.
You got to do that. You got to do that.
Got to put it together. Like we were saying earlier, according to Stats Matt, I haven't seen the tweet myself, but according to Stats Matt, Ishby, I believe, just tweeted that Jokic shouldn't be further punished. Good move by him. Once again, a new owner of the Phoenix Suns. I'm in agreement with that. I don't think anybody should be punished. Bygones be bygones. Move it along. AB, got a question for you.
How many rebounds is AD getting tonight? At least 8.
At least 8. I'm gonna say at least 12.
12? That's a lot. At least
a
8
lot.
for sure. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I think Looney, man. We know what Looney does on the boards, but his feet is too slow. He's too slow to guard AD out there. So I think his minutes will be cut into. Let's see what the odds will be for AD to grab 12 rebounds. Let's see. 12 boards. If I put him on, damn, minus 310. So the sports book think he's gonna do it as well. Yeah. 14. You still can't get plus money. Minus 130. 16 boards. You finally get some plus money at plus 170.
That bet.
Yeah, but that ain't worth it. AD to get at least 8 rebounds, what you think that is?
A plus 3.
Minus.
Huh?
Minus. So minus, you're not gonna get money. Plus, you'll get some more money on what you bet. Minus 20,000.
20,000.
Minus 20,000.
Kick rock.
8 boards. But yeah, I might put together the same game parlay tonight. You think AD go for 30?
I don't know.
Right.
I hope so.
We're gonna see.
But I got Lakers winning tonight. I got Miami Heat winning tonight.
Lakers and Heat. I'm going Warriors and Heat.
Lakers go up 3-1. Shit, Heat go up 3-1.
That'd hurt if my Warriors go down 1-3. That'd hurt. But hey, that's why we got to play the game. We got some great basketball tonight. Hopefully, continue these great NBA playoffs. And giving us some good stuff to talk about, man. It is mid-May, so we still got 4 months before football season.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of F1, basketball, college basketball, college football, and a lot of in between, man. So we shall see. But appreciate y'all starting the week with us once again. And as AB always says, get your 30 in.
The 30 in. I got my hour in this morning, man. Just do something, man. Get that heart rate up. Health is wealth, as we all know.
What you did this morning?
Man, I did jump rope. I did probably like 1,000 skips on the jump rope, and then I did legs today. Today was leg day.
Ooh, Monday's always a good day to do legs. So start off.
We go right, baby.
Did some legs yesterday, but I may double up. Get out there. Did you see that little clip with Draymond? Hold his kids. I was in the gym last night with DJ. He was in there.
No,
I wasn't.
Don't be lying on my name. Shit. Don't be lying on my name. I definitely saw that, boy. Hey, the kids.
You wrong.
Hey, them kids, boy, they gonna
tell it.
They gonna tell it.
Every
ain't gonna
time.
tell it.
But we gone, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hey. Peace. What it,
Go.
Man to man, yeah, we talking. Man to man, they can't guard me. Man to man, they don't wanna see us. Man to man, they don't know how to beat us. Man to man, 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 yeah, man. Must be the struggle that's in me, that's why I want it so bad. Must be the hustler in me that keep my foot on the gas. When you got it from nothing and hard times ain't so bad, just know I'm coming for everything that they said I couldn't have. I put my life inside it, yeah, I kept it solid. Yeah, I played the field, that's how I feel about it. We put numbers on the board, we always up the score. Yeah, we stuck to the plan and never ran. Now they can't see it, man. Yeah, we talking, man to man, they can't guard me. Man to man, they don't wanna see us. Man to man, they don't know how to beat us. Man to man, man to man, man to man, man to man.
Any way we can get it, baby. Any way we can get it. Hey, I agree, Dio. Put the song on Madden 24. I agree. Put it in the universe.
Hey,
Man, got a banger. Shout out to Tone putting that together. And who's the artist once again on that banger of a track?
Yoko, man. Yoko. Shout out to my guy Yoko from Hampton, VA. And y'all gonna hear that. We're gonna have us a studio soon.
You heard him. You heard the
Man to man studio. We're gonna have that joint soon. We're gonna get this thing rocking.
Yeah, you heard him. Big things coming 2023, 2024, and beyond. Appreciate y'all for rocking as always. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook once again. And I will be on FanDuel TV in about 20 minutes on Up and Adams with K Adams. I see y'all next week. Shit, or Thursday. We'll see. Stay tapped in to the Instagram and the Twitter at the Man to Man Pod on the socials, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Until next time.
Be safe, baby.
Yes, sir.